Theodore Bagwell, I'm sure that name rings a bell, right? We all know him as a criminal, pedophile, a rapist, and a terrible person. But the truth of the matter is, the guy did not just turn into a bad person all of a sudden. He was, by his own father, he was abused so many times. So he had a bad influence on him, which brings us to our topic of the day, the impact of parenting on a child's behavior. With me, I have two perfect gentlemen here. I have Mr. Seal, a social worker. You're welcome. And I have Mr. Oladeji, a child abuse advocate. So you are welcome to True Talk, where the conversation never stops. My name is Oladeji, your host for today. So let's get right into it. I'll start with you. Parenting, effects of parenting on the child. What realistically does the way a child behave? Is it that the parenting has a way of affecting a child's behavior, a child's mentality, as the way he relates to the society, the way he spends money, the way he dresses, the way he addresses people, and all that? What's your thinking?
All right, thank you very much for having me, and I'm very grateful for this topic. Looking at the topic, if parenting have effects on the behavior of a child, I can say that the parenting system have great effect, great role to play in the behavior of a child. And first of all, I would like us to try to understand what parenting is, and then what kind of parenting system we have, the parenting styles we have. Then from there, we'll now look at, okay, how does this parenting style affect the life and the behavior of a child? So now looking at it, parenting is just how a parent, that's parent. When we talk about parents, it has to do with both the father and the mother, how they are able to care, protect, and provide for their children. So now if you look at this word system now, we have more of the high rate of a single parent. I think it's about, as at 2023, is about 30%. So you can see that's too high. Look, imagine the kind of homes that have been broken, the high rate of divorce, as the case may be. So these are things that are affecting the behavior of a child. Because imagine a child that it is just the mother that is caring for him or for her. How will there be a correlation? How will there be a proper care? How will there be a proper protection for that child?
Please hold your thoughts there. Now, to you. Do you think from his last sentence, for the fact that I was raised by a single mother or a single father, does it really affect the way I think? Does it affect the way I relate with the society? Does it affect the way I spend money? Should it affect my relationship? Should it affect my education? Should it just affect me for the fact that I was raised by a single parent, maybe just my mom or my dad? Having in mind that even though you were raised by two parents maybe from age 0 to age 17, you might at the end of the day end up bad. And someone that was raised by just the father or the mother turning up good. What's your thinking? Share your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much for that question. Well, I think it goes on both ways, because single parenthood or single parenting is not is a good way. It's not that bad as people say it. Like children who grow up with single parent, we have like famous people around the world currently being raised by one parent. We have the likes of Barack Obama, Angelina Jolie. This does not really tell like it doesn't really have to be like two parents. You can. So it also depends on the child too. Actually, the environment also plays a vital role, because when they are not at home, you don't know the kind of environment or where they spend most of their time if they are not with you. So it goes both ways. It's
okay.
Not just
Okay, fine. Thank you. As we move forward, I've been thinking in my mind, as a parent, you've been good to your child, you've been kind, you've taken them to the best of schools, they go to church every Sunday, they go to fellowship, you pay their school fee in time, you buy them bags, you buy them gifts, you've raised them with all the love and affection in the world. Say from age 0 to age 17, where you really have a grasp on them. From age 18, they start going into the university and they start meeting people outside.
Exactly.
You do not have control over that, which is where external influence comes in. So, as a parent, you've done everything you can, raise your girl child, your boy child with all the love and affection in the world. Then they've gone into the university. Within 2 years, all the character, all the beliefs that you've given into them, that's totally eroded. Is it possible? Do you think external influence play a big role in the upbringing and in the mentality, in the way a child thinks?
Okay. That's a very nice question. So what I think is parenting doesn't actually stop at a certain stage. It's a continuous thing. So if your child is out of school, out of home, wherever your child is, you don't have to stop.
It's still your duty to continue parenting.
Like, know what's up with the child, what are they doing, what they are involving themselves in. You just have to be part of their life. So just not to allow your child. But still, they will always do what's on their mind. But as a parent, you have to know. Because knowing will also help you guide them and tell them if they're on the right path or not.
You're right. I'll come to you. Now, peer pressure, friends, how much of an impact do you think they have on a child?
Well, yeah. You see, when we talk about peer pressure is the order of the day.
True.
And
Right.
it's really affecting our children. And that is why I said something earlier that both parents are needed when it comes to parenting. Because imagine now, we have different types of parenting.
He disagreed with you
Exactly.
on that matter.
Yes. And that's why I'm still coming back to that. Now, if you look at, we have different types of parenting.
Although realistically, I believe both should be present in the child's life. That's why it is called parents, not parents.
Okay.
Please shoot.
Now, we have different type of parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have authoritative parenting, we have authoritarian parenting, we have permissive parenting, and uninvolved parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look at all these types of parenting, which I can't say there is any one of it that is the best, but there are actually some of it that are very important. Now, imagine an authoritative parent bringing up a child authoritatively. Imagine that child going out there will definitely fall to peer pressure. Now look at the society today. There are children that tends to be an extrovert when they are outside, and when they are indoor with their parent, they are an introvert,
Right.
which is
Right.
two different things. So the parents will be seeing their children to be an introvert, and while outside that will be seeing them to be extrovert.
Different person
So
entirely.
different people. So no best parenting. There is no best parenting. But what I just feel is that both parents are needed for a child's parenting, because no matter, imagine a female to a mother and the son to a father, it gives a direct correlation, a complete pattern in the parenting of our children.
Thank you. So as we try to conclude, family is important. Knowledge is important. Values, morals, they are essential. I agree with you. The father should be present, the mother should be present. And like he said, parenting is an ongoing thing. For every tea bag, there's an Okonjo Iweala. For every Anini, there's a Peter Obi. What I actually mean is, for every bad child, there's equally a good child.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. So thank you for your time. Thank you for having me. We are done with our discussion for today. Join us another time on the edition of Two Talks, where the discussion never ends. Thank you for your time. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much.